The great election of 2004, when we were forced to choose between a giant douche or a turd sandwich. How is it that we came to this scenario where we had to choose between a giant douche and a turd sandwich? Well, let's go back. It all started during an assembly at South Park Elementary, where the kids were very excited to see their mascot, the cow, especially Butters. But PETA was not very happy about this. They thought that they were just gonna take the cow mascot. They didn't like the cow mascot very much. And they made a whole scene about it to the point where they had to choose a new mascot. So the kids were given a choice. But the thing is, Kyle was not happy with these choices that they were given.
Wait, you guys! I have an awesome idea! We should secretly go around and tell all the students who can to not check any of the mascots on the selection sheet, and instead write in giant douche.
While that does sound extremely funny, Eric had another idea.
Yeah, no, wait. I got a better idea, you guys. What we should do is we should secretly go around and tell all the students we can to not check any of the mascots on the selection sheet, and instead write in Terd Sandwich.
This caused a few problems in the South Park Elementary mascot election, but they were able to come to a decision between the giant douche and the turd sandwich. They were the top two choices. So now it looks like we will be choosing between a turd sandwich or a giant douche. The students are all now very excited to vote. All but one. Little Boy Stan Marsh claims that he does not see the point of voting, but little does he know that this choice is about to ruin his life, and even more so, his family.
You don't see the point. Oh, you young people just make me sick.
Stanley, do you know how many people died so you could have the right to vote?
Mama, I just don't think there's much of a difference between a douche and a turd. I don't care.
You don't care. You really want a turd sandwich as your school mascot on your football helmets. A turd.
Well, hold on, Randy. I think a turd sandwich is a little better than them having a giant douche on their uniforms.
You're crazy. A douche is at least clean.
It's sexist is what it is.
You don't understand the issue, Sharon.
Are you calling me ignorant?
If you think the school mascot should be a turd sandwich, you're not exactly Einstein.
I am sick of you belittling my opinion, you son of a bitch! I hate this family, I hate it!
Looks like Grandpa right here is the only normal person in this family. Soon, little boy Stan Marsh is threatened to vote at literal gunpoint. But little did this town know that a huge tragedy was about to forsake them, as Stan had other plans.
Sandwich, what the hell is wrong with you? Wait a minute, you didn't want me to vote. You wanted me to vote for your guy. Well, I just figured you'd vote for my guy. Whose fucking friend are you? Puffy?
Hey, fuck off, car. Don't let them intimidate you, Stan. I'll help walk you to the booth. And then I'm gonna buy you a nice steak dinner with all the trimmings.
Oh, forget it. I'm not gonna be persuaded into voting, and I'm not gonna be threatened into voting if I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm not gonna vote, and you all can just live with it.
After discussing and debating with the principal and mayor of this town for numerous hours, a choice was made. Stan Marsh must be banished from the town of South Park. All his friends and all his family left behind, as they will never see Stan Marsh again, all because he chose not to vote.
There's heart, Stan. She couldn't even help tie you to the horse.
Dad, isn't this a little extreme?
Jesus. I guess maybe you'll never understand how important voting is.
So that is that. Stan Marsh is forced to leave South Park, covering much of the world with very, very different terrains. He sees a lot of the world, except he doesn't see any of the world. He actually just sees inside of a metal bucket that was placed on his head. Luckily for Stan, he is somewhat, attacked by PETA, but at least it's a start towards seeing a civilization. He gets led into their compound where he is then forced to either choose to be killed or live.
You know where our compound is. You'll have to either live with us or be murdered.
I'll live with you.
It's not up to you. You'll have to talk with Dr. Cornwallis. What did he say?
He said I can stay.
So Stan chooses to live, and when asked if he is sure by the goat, he says that he says that he still wants to live. Stan is then tracked down by the people who will kill you if you don't vote corporation or something, and then decides that PETA is annoying, as the PETA people have ruined the nice fur coat of the Vote or Die corporation people. Anyway, basically they got shot up, and PETA people died, and Stan eventually learns his lesson by avoiding people getting shot. Stan is then able to come back to town, where he decides, hey, it's time for me to vote. So he votes, he walks up to the voting stand, checks which one he wants to vote, and then this happened.
Stan's vote brings the total votes for Terd Sandwich to 36, and Giant Douche has 1,410. Giant Douche still wins. Yeah!
Dude, so my vote didn't even really matter.
Hey, that's not true, Stan.
You can't judge the merits of voting on whether or not your candidate won.
Your vote still mattered. Hey, everybody! They just found all the PETA members murdered at their compound! What? They're all dead? Well, that means...
That we could go back to being the South Park cows.
Now your vote didn't